Hey, this is Letters to You and Conspectus praeteriti slash Bhaviṣya-dṛṣṭi, which is two words I had ChatGPT make up for me that mean a broad view of the past and what's to come. Dear Ewan, I'm sitting in bed and ALIFTIMTS is laying next to me, watching me type. It's kind of edgy. I've never had someone I write about watch me write about us. He doesn't have his glasses on, but it's still kind of scary. I fly out today and everything feels great. We're about to make love and my being is humming differently. I can feel the meaning that I'm in, and I found a lot of clarity about how always naming meaning is giving too much power to the words. He's taught me this. Let's just keep it simple. I can understand it now in my own way. Before I would think, let's just keep it simple, was an avoidance of meaning. When relational artists begin their journey, there's this intense focus on naming things. I still remember the first time I said, I feel fear. It was a big deal, and my brain got to experience the shift where brains shunt energy to the prefrontal cortex and away from the amygdala. It's so directly clarifying. I think it gets subtly turned into an addiction. The point of relatefulness is not to say everything, but learning to say things is so hard, and the reward for the difficulty is so powerful that I think naming things becomes a kind of goal. We also often somehow trust ourselves more after we can delineate why we make sense. Sometimes the worst part of a feeling is not knowing why we're feeling it. I've definitely peddled this drug. When I started the practice, there was a desire to save the world, and saving was about communication. If we can all just talk right, then everything will be okay, and I won't have to be alone. The mix up between philosophy and physiology is an element at the heart of the confusion. The amygdala seems to be where passion lies in some general sense. The prefrontal cortex is about clarity. When we speak our experience, the brain actually redistributes resources from passion to clarity. I think it directs our attention more towards those experiences that we want to alleviate and away from those experiences that we enjoy. I can't prove this, but I think we've been training people to focus on the negative. I can't prove this, but I think we've been training people to think that mindfulness is about alleviation of passion. I can't prove this, but there's a mindscape beyond mastering words and then realizing the words are holding us back from something important. Habitation. The people that can't make words seem kinda trapped behind the words they've been given. The people that are addicted to words seem trapped in a mad dash to make the next words. After we made love, I had a dream. I was walking with two guys, and I'm telling one of them that I'm trying to consider that it's possible to go crazy and that I'm watchful for it. He looks at me like I'm speaking a foreign language. A third guy arrives. The first one I was talking to says something, and I respond. The third guy is supposed to be Jordan, but he doesn't look like Jordan. Regarding my response, he says, It's like you're talking through me. I pause. Jordan wouldn't say that. I grab a bunch of clarity and say, That guy said something, and I responded. And since I can assume you heard what he said, then I can assume that you understand that there is a link. It felt good, and I ditched them after that. Grody faux Jordan. Yuck. I wandered over to some people and sat with them. I was looking up and I noticed a sheer translucent mesh above us. None of them noticed it. I pointed. You guys don't see that? What are you talking about? They replied. I looked at it more closely, and I could see little bugs crawling on it. I said, "Watch!" and flicked it with my finger. The bugs went crazy. Everybody saw it now. Gross! I got on a stool and looked above the mesh. There was a large bird's nest above it. Inside were two baby birds fighting. They didn't seem to be doing any damage to each other, so I didn't interfere. Then I woke up. My dream symbol translator is automatic. The people are all me. Faux Jordan is some part of me that is purposefully obtuse. He's probably there because I guard against interacting with people like that. The mesh, that's some kind of barrier that's hard to perceive in the mind. The bugs, those are my symbol for memes and language. The birds, one of my own quotes comes to me. The mind is a nest that we let a bird sit in so that we don't have to feel lonely. So after ditching my purposeful obtuseness, I am noticing a barrier covered in words slash habits slash symbols that holds above it two new minds fighting. The causal state comes so easily and lightly here. At first, I felt a sense of doom when I realized where this was heading. I've tried to tell people about it before, but I only have one friend, John, who seemed to grasp parts of what I'm saying. I will not try to explain it, and I fear this meandering flow will seem crazy, but I can tease it out with you, Ewan. I'll end this letter with a need to rest and gather strength before writing more. The short version is there are bugs in our minds, and they seem to not like being noticed. On a lighter note, my time with ALIFTIMTS was a turning point, just like my time with you. I'll keep going. Mike.